You're planning to see Chrisean in season 5 of Baddies Caribbean, you can pretty much hang that up because Chrisean said, pay up. If you want me on season 5, pay up. Now, the Zeus CEO, he's responding. And he's got some things to say about Chrisean wanting more pay. You better believe we're going to talk about it. Welcome back to Damien After Dark. If you're new here or you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button below this video and turn on your post notifications. Also, if you don't mind, click that thumbs up button right below this video and like the video. That helps me get into the algorithm so more people like your beautiful self can find me here, okay? Join the conversation as well. Get in the comment section and leave me your thoughts and opinions on this story. Let me know what you think about Chrisean asking for more money. Do you think she deserves more money? Do you want to see her on season 5 of Baddies Caribbean? And what do you think about what the CEO has to say? I'm going to break it all down in this video, so stay tuned, stay right where you're at, and let's get into it. Last but not least, if you want to support the Damien After Dark movement, in the description box below will be ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. I will also post my Amazon wish list there for those that choose to take that route. Thank you guys so much for the donations, support, likes, subscribes, love, and all in between. Okay? So, let's go ahead and get into it. I got some videos, I got some screenshots, I come bearing receipts, okay? I got a video of Rock. So we all know that Baddies season 5 is about to start filming. They're filming in the Caribbean and they're going to be going to multiple islands. While they're in the Caribbean, there's been a lot of speculation around the cast of season 5. We do know that Zeus released a teaser a couple weeks ago teasing Baddies Caribbean, and they also deleted one of the teasers that they posted. They posted 2 teasers. Now, one of the teasers had Natalie in it driving a boat out into the water. The other teaser that they deleted had Rolly, Scotty, Mariah Lynn, and Suki in the video. So, you know, blogs picked it up. People started reporting on it. Fans were talking about it. How season 5 is going to have returning baddies, Suki, Mariah Lynn, Scotty, Rolly, and Natalie. Of course, a lot of fans were upset. A lot of fans did not want to see these recycled cast members that they bring us every single season, right? People were upset, but I think at the end of the day, people are still going to watch. We're still going to be watching what happens, seeing if Zeus will give us a different cast than what they've given us in the past. We're hoping they're going to give us new girls. We're hoping that the cast is going to actually give this time. Now, one person who will not be on the cast more than likely is Baddies. I don't want to say OG because she wasn't in season 1, but somewhat of a Baddies OG and fan favorite, which is Chrisean Rock. Now, Chrisean has a lot of haters and a lot of fans. There's a lot of people who don't like Chrisean. There's a lot of people who do. I'm just kind of like in the middle. I really just don't give a shit either way, you know. It is what it is. If she's there, she's there. If she's not, she's not. But we know that Chrisean left Baddies East midway into filming as she was pregnant and she was arguing with her sister. So, you know, we've seen her leave. A lot of fans have been saying, oh, they miss Rock. They wanted Rock back. So the question has been posed. People are wondering, is she going to be a part of season 5? Did they not ask her to be a part of season 5? Why was she not in the teaser, right? So Chrisean was on Instagram Live, you know, talking about Baddies Caribbean. And she pretty much said, you know, she knows her worth. She says she knows her worth and Zeus does not want to pay her what she is asking, okay? She says that she doesn't just want an upfront payment. She wants to get paid on the back end too. She doesn't want just, you know, we're going to pay you $20,000. That's just an example. I'm not saying she gets paid that. But she's saying, I don't want you just to pay me $50,000 and that's it. I want you to pay me my $50,000 plus a percentage of the subscriptions. Now, Zeus CEO Lemmy, he's speaking out and he's saying, not happening. Okay, let's get into what Chrisean said first. I'm gonna play what Chrisean had to say. Let's roll the tape.
Entertainment business when you know your value and your worth. So when you give somebody your price and they don't want to pay it, it's kind of like, I don't know. You feel me? Shit, they not paying me enough to be one that. I know what the fuck finna go down, how it's finna go down, and what's finna been brought up. I need to get paid for all that. Don't, like, you feel me? And I be humble. I've been fucking with Zeus for a couple years now, but just gotta elevate. That's why, like, I won't do baddies unless I get the subscription. Like, I want the back end money, not just the upfront pay. I need the upfront pay plus the subscription money, like something. Something gotta elevate, or just stop doing shit that don't make you enough money. So
Now, you heard what she had to say. My opinion may be a little controversial. My opinion may be opposite of what some of you are thinking. Some of you may be thinking, oh, she's got a big head. You know, well, when the money dries up, she's going to be wishing she would have signed on to the show. And, you know, this, and that. But you know what? I'm going to be real with y'all. Let me say this first of all. I don't know what Chrisean is asking. I don't know how much money she's asking for. I don't know what she's receiving. You know what I'm saying? She might be getting $1 million for all we know, and she might be asking for $2 million, right? If that's the case, I would say yes, Chrisean, you're being greedy. Like you're getting paid just enough, right? However, I don't think she's getting paid that much. But what I do think is of that entire franchise, of the entire Baddies franchise, Chrisean is going to bring in more viewers than anybody, than any cast member, lover or hater. Okay, I'm giving a non-biased opinion because I've seen that a lot of young fans, young girls, people love her, young, old, all over the place. Now a lot of people don't like her as well, but the same million people that hate her, there's a million people that love her. That's why I always say we can't focus on the haters and people who don't like us, because there's always somebody out there that does like us for that one person that don't, right? And that's the instance here. When it comes to Baddies Caribbean, people ain't gonna be tuning in for Mariah Lynn. People won't be tuning in for Suki. People won't be tuning in for Rolly, Scotty, and definitely not Natalie. But if Chrisean was in that teaser, I guarantee you they're gonna have a lot of talk around the season. They're gonna have a lot of momentum around the season. People are gonna be watching and talking. There's gonna be some big moments because we know Chrisean drops at the fight to the drop of a hat and will knock a bitch out and wash her up in the sink. Persuasion. So here's my thing. I don't know if they're trying to pay her. Surely to God, they're not trying to pay her the same thing she made last season. I doubt it. Maybe they offered her a little bit more and she declined it. But she is saying, you know, like I said earlier, let's say Baddies South they made $50,000, right? Let's say Baddies South they paid Chrisean $50,000, and then Baddies West comes around and they're like, okay, we want to ask you back, Chrisean. Here's $100,000. She signs the contract, right? Baddies East rolls around. Here, Chrisean, we got a $150,000 contract deal for you offered. She signs it. Okay, cool. Now Baddies Caribbean comes around, right? And let's say, you know, they've paid her $150 in the past. Last season, now they're offering her $200,000 to come back to Baddies Caribbean. But Chrisean says, no, I don't want $200,000. I want $350. I want $350. I don't want $200,000. I know my worth, and I know that my name carries weight in this show compared to these other girls. So I want $350. Because in her mind, she's probably thinking Natalie Nunn's getting that motherfucking much, or probably more. Natalie's probably making more. I know Natalie created the show or whatnot, but people aren't watching for Natalie. And a lot of people aren't watching for Chrisean either, but a lot of people are watching for Chrisean. I'm just being real. And I'm like, listen, I don't really care for Chrisean that much. Like, she's not my favorite, but her name carries weight. Now, on top of that lump sum of money, Chrisean also wants She wants to be paid on the front end and the back end, meaning she wants that upfront lump sum payment, but she also wants some of the subscription money that's coming in. Because, see, the thing is, too, is Chrisean ain't stupid. She knows what's going on. She knows the amount of money that this company is raking in every month. Millions on millions on millions on millions of dollars, right? It's just coming in. So she's saying, oh, I'm bringing in a lot of these subscriptions. I also want a percentage of that. Now, I guess I can understand, that too as well, because she is bringing in subscribers. But then again, that's where attorneys come into play. That's why it's important to have an accountant and an entertainment attorney that you trust, that can be there, that can help you and guide you, so you don't make any tough decisions, so you don't have anybody taking advantage of you, right? Now, I don't know the numbers. Listen, maybe Chrisean asking for subscriptions might be a little too much too, right? I don't know the numbers of what they're bringing in. I don't know what they're paying her. However, Lemmy responded, the CEO. He caught wind of what Chrisean had to say, right? And he took to his Instagram stories and he posted a few messages addressing what she had to say. So let's pull up. Let's pull up screenshots. Okay. Okay, so the CEO over at Zeus, we all know Lemmy. We've talked about Lemmy here, allegations with Lemmy, things about Lemmy, yada, yada, yada. We all know, right? So Lemmy took to his social media. He went on his Instagram and he posted this up here to his story. Affording to pay certain individuals is not a Zeus issue. We make smart investments, not emotional, impulsive, or erratic ones. Okay? So that was the first post that he made. He then goes on to say, if y'all only knew how much we pay our content partners, talent, etc., you'd be blown away. We pay significantly more than most traditional networks, BET, VH1, Bravo, etc. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it, Lemmy. You do pay more than most networks do at the start, right? Because a lot of people mentioned in the comments when he said this, oh, no, you don't. Nene was making millions. Jocelyn was making 100,000 per episode. And these people are right. They were. But these people were also seasoned and in the game. They had been doing it for a while. And this is kind of where the Chrisean thing is what I'm getting to, she's only been with Zeus for a few seasons. But look what Baddies has done in those few seasons. They've exceeded astronomical numbers, right? We're also in a new time to where we're not talking about cable. We're not talking about advertisers. We're talking about streaming, and we're talking about subscribers. And that is where Chrisean is getting at. Y'all are having a lot of people subscribe to this show because of me, and they want to see what fights I'm going to get into, right? She also says, I know what's going to happen on this show. I'm going to have to talk about this. I'm going to have to do this. And if you want me to do all that, I need this much, right? Now, listen, again, I can say this. Maybe Chrisean was saying, I want $1 million, and I can see where Zeus would say, no, we're not doing that. We're not paying you that. I can see that, right? But if she's asking for a little bit more than what y'all are trying to pay, I think it would be worth the investment considering the star power that she does have in the entertainment pop culture space. Right? And I hope what Zeus is not trying to do is your first season butter you up with a big paycheck, right? Say they get someone like me. They say, Damien, we want to pay you $50,000. Okay, I'll come film the show with y'all for 2 or 3 weeks, right? And then they want me to come back for another season, and they're like, okay, Damien, here's you another $50,000, or here's you another 50,000 plus an extra 10. It's like, well, I kind of want to raise. I kind of want to, if you work, that's anywhere. You go work at McDonald's, Walmart, Home Depot for a year or two, you kind of want to start making a little bit more money, right? Just saying. Now, Lemmy also posted one last message to Chrisean where he says, no money grabs over here. Now, when I saw this one, that's the only thing that made me kind of, because I've been on Chrisean's side, right, with this whole situation. But when I saw this one, that's the only thing that made me say, was she asking for an astronomical amount, right? Say Zeus was paying her $100,000 each season, $150,000. But now Chrisean is saying, I want $1 million. I want $500,000, right? I could see where they're like, no, we're not going to do that. And I could understand that. And he's saying no money grabs over here. It makes me wonder, Chrisean, were you asking for an astronomical amount because your head's gotten a little big? Yes, you're a star and you're a lot bigger than a lot of those other girls. But, let's not act like you're Cardi B or Nicki Minaj coming on Baddies, right? And I hope this is not the case, Chrisean. I hope that you're not trying to ask for an astronomical amount. You said you know your worth. So, maybe you weren't. I hope, I won't give you the benefit of the doubt and say that Zeus is being cheap and that you just, you were just asking for a little pay raise. As you should. As you should. But in the long run now, Chrisean, the only thing I worry about you, love, because you have your baby now, is what are you going to do? You did have, for the last 2 or 3 years, you have been continuously working, doing Baddies, doing Blueface and Chrisean Crazy in Love, working on music. Okay, now you're not doing Baddies, so what are you doing? You and Blueface aren't together. He's in jail, so you're not filming that show. I would be trying to pitch my own spinoff of, Chrisean does it alone. Chrisean solo baby mama. Chrisean doing it on her. Chrisean takes Hollywood. I don't know. Something, because I think that you could hold a show on your own as long as you bring your family into the mix. As long as you bring Marsh and Janet and their drama. I don't like Marsh and Janet, but, you need a cast of people around you to make the show work. But I don't know, Chrisean, you got to do something, sweetheart, because listen, you living in LA and you got this big home you just purchased and you're living the lifestyle and you got the big jewelry, the big diamonds around your neck and the nice cars. That's an expensive lifestyle and the money's going to dry up quick unless you got something in place. I hope you got accountants looking at your money and helping you. I hope you're being smart, Chrisean. And I hope that you saying no to Baddies was not a bad decision. Because you might have needed that money, sis. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do y'all feel what I'm saying? Or do y'all... I don't know. Do y'all think Chrisean should have signed back on to Baddies and took the money and came on for another season? Or do you think she should have stuck to her guns and said, no, I know my worth. I'm not coming back unless y'all pay me what you want? Or do y'all think she was probably asking for an astronomical amount? Or was Zeus just being cheap? I don't know. Join the conversation. Get in that comment section below. Let me know what you guys think about this whole ordeal. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, and like this video because it helps me get into the algorithm. If you want to donate to the channel, in the description box below will be ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. I will also post my Amazon wish list. Make sure you tune into the Baddies Zeus After Show each and every Sunday night live on Damien After Dark at 9 p.m. Central Time, 10 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 p.m. Pacific. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Damien After Dark.